Okay, see, good morning to one and all. So again, in the previous lecture, we have discussed about the construction of a DC machine. So we have discussed detailed construction about the DC machine. Now we will see the next point of this unit is nothing but working principle of DC generator. Okay, working principle of DC generator. Okay, now as we know that the DC generator, because I have already tell in the basic law, DC generator works on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. DC generator, it will be works on the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So how it will be generate an EMF, or it may be how it will be generate an electricity, we will see in the details. So we know that the DC generator, it will be works on the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, and the statement of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction is that first one statement is that when a conductor cuts the magnetic field or the magnetic lines of force, then the EMF is induced in a conductor. म्हणजे कंडक्टर ज्या वेळेस मॅग्नेटिक लाइन्स ऑफ फोर्स किंवा मॅग्नेटिक फ्लक्स कट करतील, at that situation induced EMF काय होतो, जनरेट होतो. So this is the first one statement. And the second one statement of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction is that this induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux. That means जर magnetic flux cutting maximum असेल, then the EMF induced it is also maximum. If the magnetic flux cutting is minimum, then at that situation induced EMF is minimum, as for this statement of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. All of you keep in mind, DC generator works on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Statement of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction is that when a conductor or when a armature conductor, it will cuts the magnetic lines of force, then EMF is induced in that conductor. So this is first statement. Second statement is that these induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux. म्हणजे फ्लक्स ज्या रेटनी चेंज होईल किंवा फ्लक्स ज्या रेटनी कट होईल, त्या रेटनी मॅक्झिमम इंड्यूस EMF होईल. ओके, गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. सो दॅट मीन्स इट विल बी डिपेंड्स अपॉन रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्स. मग रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्स जर मॅक्झिमम झाला तर इंड्यूस EMF मॅक्झिमम असेल. इफ द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ फ्लक्स इज मिनिमम, then the induced EMF is minimum. Okay, so we will see by considering and one of the simple loop generator. By considering one of the simple loop generator, we will see better. Now see, in the figure, consider a single turn rectangular copper coil rotating about its own axis. Just one, I will show a diagram. You see, consider one of the single turn rotating coil. Okay, आता आपण मल्टिपल कंडक्टर पण यूज करू शकतो. फॉर आवर बेटर अंडरस्टँडिंग, आय एम टेलिंग दॅट कन्सिडर वन ऑफ द सिंगल टर्न रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल. एक सिंगल टर्न रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल अशी कन्सिडर करा, दॅट इज ए डॅश बी डॅश बी. ही एक सिंगल टर्न रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल आहे. बघा, रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल आहे. सो दिस रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल, consider a single turn rectangular coil. It is placed in either an electromagnet or it may be a permanent magnet. See, ही जी काही कॉइल आहे रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल, दॅट इज ए डॅश बी डॅश अँड बी. ही आपण इथं एकच कॉइल कन्सिडर केले. जनरेटर मध्ये म्हणजे मॅक्झिमम EMF इंड्यूस होण्यासाठी मल्टिपल कॉइल यूज करतात. ओके, सो म्हणजे ही एकच, फॉर आवर बेटर अंडरस्टँडिंग वी विल कन्सिडर अ सिंगल टर्न. एकच टर्न कॉइल केले म्हणजे दोन कंडक्टर चूज केले आणि दोन कंडक्टरची एक कॉइल फॉर्म झालेले. सो वी चूजन वन कॉइल ओनली. सी, कन्सिडर ए सिंगल टर्न रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल. सिंगल टर्न रेक्टँग्युलर कॉइल, दॅट इज ए डॅश बी डॅश बी. देन इट इज प्लेस्ड इन बिटवीन परमनंट मॅग्नेट और इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेट. ही कॉइल कुठे प्लेस केले बघा. हे काय आहेत? व्हॉट इज दिस? हॅलो,
magnet.
This is the magnet. So suppose this magnet having an N pole, this magnet it is having an S pole. Okay, so this आयदर इट इज परमनंट मॅग्नेट, एक तर ते परमनंट मॅग्नेट असतील किंवा आपण आता कन्स्ट्रक्शन बघितलं आयदर इट इज अन इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेट. म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेट म्हणजे एखादा पोल असेल त्याच्यावरती कॉईल गुंडाळणार आपण, कॉईल गुंडाळली की त्याला एक्साइटेशन दिलं की ते फ्लक्स क्रिएट करते. सिमिलरली नॅचरल मॅग्नेट काय असतात, त्याला सप्लायची गरज नाहीये. सो दिस नॅचरल मॅग्नेट इट विल क्रिएट अ फील्ड और फ्लक्स. ओके, सी this consider one of the singleton rectangular coil. It is rotating about its own axis. ती त्याच्या स्वतःच्या axis ला rotate होते. If this coil, it will be placed in a permanent magnet or it may be electromagnet. एक तर हे permanent magnet असतील or electromagnet असतील. So this coil it is placed in between that permanent magnet or electromagnet. Now we know that the flux lines are passing from n pole to s pole. Flux lines ज्या असतात it is always passing from n pole to s pole. Okay, it is always passing from n pole to s pole. n pole कडून s pole कडे पास होत असतात flux line. So here it is n pole, here it is s pole. So these are the flux lines which are passing from n pole to s pole. Okay, n pole कडून s pole कडे या लाईन काय होत आहेत, पास होत आहेत. सो सी कंस्ट्रक्शन कसं केलेलं आहे बघा. फॉर आवर अंडरस्टँडिंग, consider a singleton rectangular coil. So it is shown as in the figure a dash b dash, that is b dash b. Again this end of this coil, here it is connected, that is brushes. I will show, I will tell in next. So see, in this coil it can be placed in between a permanent magnet or it may be electromagnet. So these flux lines are passing from n pole to s pole. And this coil it is rotating about its own axis. ती तिच्या स्वतःच्या ऍक्सिसला काय होते, रोटेट होते. म्हणजे हिअर इट इज सिंगल टर्न कॉइल, इट इज नथिंग बट आर्मेचर वाइंडिंग और इट मे बी आर्मेचर आहे. ही जी कॉइल आहे या मशीनचं आर्मेचर आहे असं कन्सिडर करा, बिकॉज आपण सिंगल टर्न फक्त कन्सिडर केले अँड इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज आर्मेचर ऑल्सो. इफ द मल्टिपल टर्न यूज केले असते तर आपण याला आर्मेचर कॉइल म्हटलं असतं किंवा आर्मेचर वाइंडिंग म्हटलं असतं और आर्मेचर ऑफ द मशीन म्हटलं असतं. Okay, now see, it is rotating about its own axis and it is placed in between a permanent magnet or it may be electromagnet. Now the two ends of the coil are joined to two slip rings. See, या कॉइलचे जे काही दोन एंड आहेत बघा, a dash हे एक एंड, दिस वन इज वन ऑफ द एंड, अँड b dash b हा एक एंड झाला. इकडलं एक एंड आहे, दिस वन इज एक. कलर वरून लक्षात येते बघा, हिअर इट इज रेड कलर इज गिवन, इट इज कनेक्टेड हिअर. that means here it is connected to the slip ring, and this coil, this end of the b dash, it is connected to this one. That means the two end of this coil, it is connected to that of two slip rings. Okay, this is connected to that of slip rings A and slip rings B. Okay, so these two ends of the coil, it is connected to that of two slip rings. Now see, slip rings which are insulated from each other and forms the central shaft. Okay, so these slip rings, ज्या काही slip rings असतील, so these slip rings are insulated from each other. So here the slip ring, it is nothing but these are the commutator segment असतील. So slip rings and which are insulated from each other, ते एकमेकापासून काय केले, insulate केले. Now these are insulated from each other and also it is insulated from that of central shaft. Central shaft पासून पण insulate केले. Now two collecting brushes which is made up of either carbon or copper, which are pressed against that of slip rings. See here in that figure, मी मगाशी ब्रशचं कन्स्ट्रक्शन सांगितलं. ही जी काही सिंगल टर्न कॉइल आहे त्या कॉइलचे जे काही टू एंड आहेत, एक एंड या स्लिप रिंगला कनेक्ट केलेलं आहे, सेकंड एंड या स्लिप रिंगला कनेक्ट केलेलं आहे. ओके, and this coil it is carrying a current or inducing a current. तो करंट काय होतोय, या स्लिप रिंग पाशी येणार किंवा या स्लिप रिंगला करंट फ्लो होणार. नाउ दिस करंट इट इज कलेक्टेड बाय युजिंग अ ब्रश. इथं जे कनेक्ट केलेलं आहे इथून इथं, हे याला ब्रश काय केलेले आहेत, प्रेस केलेले आहेत. ओके, so this one is brush, it can be pressed against that slip ring. त्या slip ring ला ब्रश काय केलेले आहेत, प्रेस केलेले आहेत. Now this brush it will be collect a current from that slip ring and it will be flowing to the external load. External load ला काय केलेला आहे, तो करंट दिलेला आहे. So this is nothing but here it is bulb is given, one of the lamp it can be given, and this is one of the external load, it can be connected to that of कॉइल. ओके, त्या कॉइलला एक्सटर्नल लोड कनेक्ट केलंय. नाव द रोटेटिंग कॉइल मे बी कॉल्ड ॲज आर्मेचर. मी आता सांगितलं तुम्हाला दी सिंगल टर्न जी काही स्वतःच्या ऍक्सिस भोवती रोटेट होते, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड ॲज आर्मेचर. त्याला आर्मेचर पण म्हणू शकतो आपण. दॅट मीन्स इट इज रोटेटिंग अबाउट इट्स ओन ऍक्सिस and it is placed in between either permanent magnet or it may be electromagnet. परमनंट मॅग्नेटच्या मध्ये किंवा इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटच्या मध्ये काय केले ते प्लेस केले. नाव अँड द मॅग्नेट्स आर कॉल्ड ॲज फील्ड मॅग्नेट और फील्ड वाइंडिंग. ते जे मॅग्नेट आहेत त्याला फील्ड मॅग्नेट म्हणू शकतो किंवा इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेट म्हणू शकतो. जर परमनंट यूज केले असतील तर इट इज नथिंग बट अगेन इट कॅन बी प्रोड्यूस ए फ्लक्स लाईन्स कुठून कुठपर्यंत एन पासून एस कडे पास होतील. सिमिलरली जर इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेट असतील तर पण फ्लक्स लाईन क्रिएट करणार. सो इट विल बी फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम एन पोल टू एस पोल. नाउ one way to generate an AC voltage is to rotate a coil or wire at a constant angular velocity in a fixed magnetic field. Okay, see आता याच्यामध्ये EMF कसा इंड्यूस होतो. So one of the way to induce an EMF or to generate an AC voltage is that this coil, it should be rotating in its constant angular velocity. कॉन्स्टंट अँग्युलर व्हेलॉसिटीने ती कॉइल काय झाली पाहिजे, रोटेट झाली पाहिजे. नाउ द मॅग्निट्यूड ऑफ द रिझल्टिंग व्होल्टेज इट इज प्रपोर्शनल टू द रेट at which flux lines are cut according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. जो काय इंड्यूस होणारा ईएमएफ असेल त्याची जी काय मॅग्निट्यूड असेल, सो दिस मॅग्निट्यूड it is proportional to the rate of change of flux according to the second law of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. That is, E is directly proportional to d phi by dt, and the polarity or it may be its direction, it should be depends upon the Fleming's right hand rule. Direction of this, it is depends upon Fleming's right hand rule. Can anyone explain the Fleming's right hand rule? I think you people know. माहिती आहे का तुम्हाला फ्लेमिंग्स राइट हँड रूल माहिती आहे का? इज देयर एनीवन नो? Hello.
Stretch the thumb finger and middle finger in such that motion. Forefinger shows the
Hello. Continue. Okay. See, the Fleming's right hand rule is that if the first three fingers of the right hand are mutually perpendicular to each other, if the first three fingers of a right hand kept mutually perpendicular to each other, first three fingers is nothing but this is the thumb, here it is a forefinger, and here it is the middle finger. If the first three fingers are kept mutually perpendicular to each other is nothing but angle between each is nothing but 90 degree. Here it is angle between each is nothing but 90 degree. So these are kept perpendicular to each other. Then the first finger, or it is called as thumb, shows that the direction of motion. Then forefinger shows that the direction of magnetic field, and the middle finger shows that the induced EMF. So this is the Fleming's right hand rule. All of you keep in mind the statement of Fleming's right hand rule is that it states that when a first three fingers of the right hand, it is kept mutually perpendicular to each other, then the first finger or the thumb shows that the direction of motion, forefinger shows that the direction of magnetic field, and the middle finger shows that the direction of induced EMF. So this is the statement of Fleming's left hand rule, and according to this Fleming's left hand rule, the direction of induced EMF, it will be depends. ओके, म्हणजे त्याला मोशन कोणत्या डिरेक्शन आहे, मग मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड कोणत्या डिरेक्शन क्रिएट होते त्याच्यावरती इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ ची डिरेक्शन डिपेंड असेल, either clockwise or it may be anti-clockwise. Okay, so that means it will depends upon this Fleming's right hand rule. Now we will see the detailed construction. Now sorry, detailed working principle. Now see, we have understand the construction मध्ये मी सांगितलं, consider a rectangular coil, it is single turn rectangular coil, a dash b dash b. The ends of this coil, it is attached to that of slip ring. These slip rings are insulated from each other, and also it is insulated from the shaft also. Now this coil, it is rotating about its own axis, and if it is placed in between either a permanent magnet or electromagnet. Okay, now see now see, when this coil, it is at zero position, so here it is position, this coil is rotating like this. I have draw one point here. See here, I will draw one round, or it may be circle here. That is, see, suppose here it is one circle I have drawn. Here it is angle 0 degree or 360 degree. इथं angle 0 degree किंवा 360 degree असेल. Now this one is angle, that means here it is angle 90 degree. Here it is angle 180 degree. Here it is angle 270 degree. And here it is again 360 degree. Okay, now see, when the coil is at zero position, that means the coil side, it is moves parallel to that of flux line. At that situation, see, when the coil, it is like this, बघा, coil काय आहे, a dash, coil side of this a dash, it will be like this. Okay, and it is at zero position. ती coil zero position ला आहे. At that situation, the flux are passing from n pole to s pole. n pole कडून s pole कडे flux pass होतील. Now see, one sentence is that the flux linkage to that of coil, it is maximum या position ला, when the coil side a dash, it is in the zero position. So at that situation, the coil side a dash, flux linkage to that of coil, या coil शी link होणारे जे काय flux असतील, that is flux linkage to that of coil, it is maximum, but the rate of change of flux cutting, it is minimum, or it may be zero. Okay, so do you know that flux link, त्या coil ला link होणारे flux maximum आहेत, but rate of change of flux cutting is minimum. Okay, if the rate of change of flux cutting is minimum, then what is regarding induced EMF? जर rate of change of flux cutting minimum असेल तर induced EMF किती असेल? Minimum. That means if the rate of change of flux cutting is minimum, or it may be no rate of change of flux, so the induced EMF, it is minimum, that is induced EMF, it is nearly equal to zero. See in here, the voltage versus angular position graph, induced EMF, it is minimum, or it may be zero at this position. Now see, when this coil is rotating in its, either it may be clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Coil काय होते आता, either clockwise direction न किंवा anti-clockwise direction न rotate होते. At that situation, flux linkage to the coil, it will be reduces. Flux gradually reduces. त्या coil ला link होणारे flux जे आहे, it will be reduces gradually. So that means flux linkage to the coil, it is reduces gradually, and hence the flux cutting, it is increases gradually. Flux जे काय cut होत आहेत ते gradually काय होतील, increase होतील. If the flux cutting to that of coil, it is increases gradually, then the induced EMF, it should be increases gradually. बघा, induced EMF, it can be increases gradually up to the position 90 degree. Okay, म्हणजे बघा, ही coil आहे, ही coil या direction न rotate झालेली आहे. See in the figure second. At the second figure, this coil, it is gradually rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. The coil anti-clockwise direction rotate होते. At that situation, फ्लक्स लिंक जे काय होणार आहेत ते कॉइलचे हळूहळू कमी होतील. So if the flux linkage to the coil it is reduces gradually, so the flux cutting it is increases gradually. If the flux cutting of the coil it is increases gradually, then the induced EMF it is also increases gradually. And see, when the coil it is at position 90 degree, coil side it is at position 90 degree. Okay, 90 डिग्री. आता हे आपण मेकॅनिकल रोटेशन कशावरून घेणार आहे? दॅट मीन्स हिअर द शाफ्ट इट इज अटॅच टू द मेकॅनिकल प्राइम मूवर. हा जो काही शाफ्ट असेल तो मेकॅनिकल प्राइम मूवरला कनेक्ट केलेला आहे आणि इट इज रोटेटिंग अँग्युलर वेलॉसिटी, दॅट इज कॉन्स्टंट अँग्युलर वेलॉसिटीनं रोटेट होते. नाउ सी, व्हेन दिस कॉइल साइड ए डॅश, दिस कॉइल साइड ए डॅश it is at position 90 degree, it is at position 90 degree. At that situation the flux linkage to the coil is minimum. Okay, flux linkage to the coil it is minimum, and hence the rate of change of flux linkage, I will write here, flux linkage to coil is minimum. Flux linkage to the coil is minimum, but the rate of change of flux, that is rate of change of flux is maximum. Okay, flux is maximum. See, the rate of change of flux is maximum according to the Faraday's second law. Faraday's second law varum, if the rate of change of flux is maximum, that is E is directly proportional to d phi by dt. E is directly proportional to d phi by dt. So this rate of change of flux cutting is maximum, or flux changing is maximum, then the induced EMF is also maximum. Okay, see, in this diagram or in this waveform, the rate of change of flux cutting is maximum at the 90 position, so the induced EMF is maximum at the 90 position. Getting? लक्षात आलं का इथेपर्यंत? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
See, I will explain once. See, बघा, या पोझिशनला काय होणार आहे? At that position हे जे काय फ्लक्स लाईन्स पास होणार आहेत, this flux lines just slides over that surface, or it may be edge of that coil. कॉइलच्या एज वरून काय होतील, या फ्लक्स लाईन जस्ट स्लाइड्स होतील और घसरून जातील. ओके, सो दॅट देयर इज अ नो फ्लक्स कटिंग, त्याच्यामधलं फ्लक्स कटिंग होणार नाही. सो ड्यू टू नो फ्लक्स कटिंग, so that the induced EMF at the zero position is minimum, or it may be zero. Then the coil is rotating gradually because the prime mover is provided, and it will be rotating in its constant velocity. And when it is rotating, at that situation the flux linkage it is reduces, and the flux cutting to that of coil it is increases. If the flux cutting to that of coil is increases, at that situation the EMF induced it is also increases. And at 90 degree position the flux cutting to the coil is maximum, and the rate of flux cutting or the rate of change of flux cutting it is maximum when it is at 90 degree position. So when the 90 degree position flux cutting is maximum, so the induced EMF is maximum at 90 degree position. That means या position ला maximum असेल at 90 degree position. Now see, next one position. Again the coil is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. परत coil rotate होते anti-clockwise direction न. बघा, ही coil anti-clockwise direction न rotate होते. आता ही side इथे येणार बरोबर. Again in the anti-clockwise direction the coil is again rotating in anti-clockwise direction, and the rate of change of flux linkage to that of coil, that is flux linking to the coil is increases gradually. परत काय होतील, या कॉइलला लिंक होणारे फ्लक्स जे आहेत ते ग्रॅज्युअली इन्क्रीज होतील. इफ द फ्लक्स लिंकेज इज increases, then the rate of change of flux cutting is reduces. If the rate of change of flux cutting is reduces, so the induced EMF is reduces gradually. Induced EMF काय होईल परत हळूहळू, it will be reduces gradually. and at 180 degree position बघा, at 180 degree position 180 degree position ला परत काय होईल बघा. See again the coil side A dash and B dash, it is just flux lines just slides over that surface. या सरफेस वरून फ्लक्स लाईन काय होतील, स्लाइड्स होतील किंवा घसरून जातील. So at that situation again there is a no flux cutting. That means the rate of change of flux changing to that of coil, it is minimum or it may be zero. So the induced EMF at 180 degree position it is equals to 0. See 180 degree position ला परत induced EMF काय होतोय, 0 होतोय. So this is one of the 1/2 cycle it can be completed. एक हाफ सायकल कंप्लीट झाली बरोबर. हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
ओके. सी इन द फिगर, पहिल्या फिगर मध्ये बघा, फिगर ए मध्ये ऍट 0 degree पोझिशन देयर इज अ नो व्होल्टेज और नो इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ, नो इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ, सो दॅट नो करंट फ्लोइंग थ्रू दॅट ऑफ एक्सटर्नल सर्किट. एक्सटर्नल सर्किट मधून करंट फ्लो होत नाही. सो दॅट दिस बल्ब विल नॉट ग्लो or this lamp will not glow. Now then when the coil is at 90 degree, gradually bulb ची इंटेन्सिटी काय होणार, परत इन्क्रीज होत जाणार. ओके, म्हणजे या पोझिशन पासून या पोझिशन पर्यंत 0 डिग्री पासून 90 डिग्री पर्यंत याची पोझिशन परत काय होईल, याचं जी काही इंटेन्सिटी असेल ती हळूहळू इन्क्रीज होत जाईल. दॅट मीन्स बिकॉज द इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ इज इन्क्रीजेस ग्रॅज्युअली. If the induced EMF is increases gradually, then the current induces in that coil it is increases gradually. त्याच्यामध्ये इंड्यूस होणारा जो काही करंट असेल तो पण ग्रॅज्युअली इन्क्रीज होतो. If the current it is increases gradually, then this lamp intensity it is increases. Lamp intensity it is increases, and at 90 degree position ला lamp it is brighter असेल or maximum intensity ला असेल. Also see the direction of current flowing. या direction न current flow होतोय. Suppose consider it is clockwise direction or it may be forward direction. बघा इथे दाखवलेलं. Now when this coil is rotating from 90 degree to the 180 degree. Now at that position again the flux linkage to the coil it is increases gradually, and the rate of change of flux cutting it is reduces gradually, so that induced EMF it can be reduces gradually. And at 180 degree position again the flux lines are just slides over the coil. त्या coil वरून flux lines काय होतील, slides होतील किंवा घसरून जातील. So at that situation the flux linkage to the coil is maximum, but the rate of change of flux cutting is minimum or it may be zero. So there is a no induced EMF or the zero induced EMF at 180 degree position. 180 डिग्री पोझिशनला परत कॉइलचा इंड्यूस होणारा ईएमएफ काय असेल, 0 असेल. ओके, नाउ सी हिअर इट इज शोन. बल्ब अगेन हळूहळू इथून मॅक्झिमम इंटेन्सिटी पासून परत रोटेट होताना बल्बची इंटेन्सिटी हळूहळू कमी होणार. अँड ॲट 180 डिग्री पोझिशन द बल्ब और लॅम्प विल नॉट ग्लो. ओके, बल्ब विल नॉट ग्लो बिकॉज induced EMF it is 0. So see at 180 degree position coil again cutting no flux, induced voltage is 0. Now see after 180 degree position, आता 180 डिग्री नंतर पुढं up to 270 degree position. See again the coil it is rotating in its constant angular velocity. So at that situation at negative half cycle परत काय होणार, त्याचं निगेटिव्ह हाफ सायकल मध्ये जाणार कॉइल. अँड बघा कॉइल साइड इथं आली, इथून परत 180 आली आणि आता 180 पासून परत 360 ला जाणार आहे. ए डॅश किंवा बी डॅश दोन्ही कुठली कन्सिडर करा. नाउ सी फ्लक्स लिंकेज टू द कॉइल इट इज रिड्यूसेस ग्रॅज्युअली, and the rate of change of flux cutting it is increases gradually. So the induced EMF it is increases till 270 degree, till 270 degree. So at that point, या पॉइंट पर्यंत सायकल काय होईल, or at this point up to this point the induced EMF it is increases gradually. हळूहळू induced EMF काय होतोय, परत increase होते. Now see at 270 degree position, again at 270 degree position this coil the rate of change of flux linkage to that of coil, it is minimum, and the rate of change of flux cutting to that of coil, it is maximum. So at a 270-degree position, the coil induces and maximum EMF. Coil induces and maximum EMF at a 270-degree position. Baga, see here in this figure, at a 270-degree position, the induced EMF of the coil, it is maximum, but it is in opposite direction. So all of you keep in mind. बघा याची डिरेक्शन इकडून इकडे होती. सपोज हा ए ब्रश आणि दिस वन इज बी ब्रश. फ्रॉम ब्रश ए टू ब्रश बी, इथून डिरेक्शन बघा फ्रॉम ब्रश ए टू बी होती. नाउ दिस डिरेक्शन इज फ्रॉम ब्रश बी टू ए. ओके, बी पासून ए कडे. सो दॅट दिस सायकल इट विल बी पासिंग इन द नेगेटिव्ह हाफ सायकल. Okay, this will be passing in the negative half cycle, and again from position 270-degree to the 360-degree position, again the flux linkage to the coil, it can be increases gradually. So the rate of change of flux cutting, it is reduces gradually, and at 360-degree position, again there is a no induced EMF to that of coil. So no induced EMF to that of coil, so that at 0-degree position, the induced EMF of that coil is 0. So that this cycle, it can be completed in one revolution. एका revolution मध्ये ही cycle induced EMF ची complete झाली. Getting? लक्षात आलं का? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, that means at 270-degree position, voltage voltage polarity has reversed, therefore the current direction is also reversed. Current direction पण काय झाली, reverse झाली. So the our induced EMF curve or induced EMF phasor, it will be shifted in the negative half cycle. Now see here this diagram, हे AC quantity आहे का DC quantity आहे? Please tell me. Hello. AC quantity, no, that means it is an alternating current. It will be changed with respect to time, or it will be changed with respect to its angular position, so that it is an alternating quantity. So always keep in mind, हे आपण DC जनरेटर म्हणतो, म्हणजे आउटपुट ऑफ दॅट जनरेटर इट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ DC. DC च्या फॉर्म मध्ये असेल, बट इंड्यूस होणारा जो काही EMF असेल, इट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ AC. We want to convert this AC quantity into an DC quantity, so that we require an commutator. Okay, and this function converting AC to DC, this operation it can be done by using a commutator. Commutator काय करेल, हे ऑपरेशन कंप्लीट करेल. दॅट इज AC क्वांटिटी, म्हणजे इंड्यूस होणारा जो काही EMF असेल, this induced EMF it can be converted into an direct current, or it may be DC current, direct current, or it may be DC current by commutation process. Commutation or commutation action वरून त्याचं DC क्वांटिटी मध्ये रूपांतर होईल. ओके, so that means this is an alternating quantity. So one MCQ question in that point, the induced EMF in the DC generator, it is in the either alternating quantity, either DC quantity, either AC or DC, and both. याच्यावरून तुमच्या लक्षात येईल, induced EMF in a DC generator, it is in alternating quantity. Okay, so this is one question, alternating quantity, and this is the working principle of DC generator. Getting? लक्षात आलं का? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is there any doubt? कोणाला काही डाऊट आहे का याच्यामध्ये? Anyone? Anyone? Is there any doubt? Please just reply.
No, sir.
Okay. Now we will move ahead. Now see, we will see another one of the derivation. आता one of the derivation we will see, that is EMF equation of the DC generator. DC generator चं EMF equation, that is हे जे काय EMF equation आहे किंवा इंड्यूस्ड होणारा EMF आहे तो कशावरती डिपेंड आहे, त्याचं एक डेरिवेशन आहे. It is one of the important question. It may be asked for a 4 marks and it is very easy. Hey, easy आहे. Just EMF equation we want to derive. That is EMF equation Eg is equals to 5 E Nz divided by 60A. Okay, 5 E Nz divided by 60A. So we will derive that equation, EMF equation of a DC generator. See, the induced voltage in any given machine, it will be depends upon 3 factor. It will be depends upon 3 factor. In that first one, the flux in a machine, that is phi, the speed omega of the machine, that is rotor speed, and the constant depending on the construction of the machine. Okay, see, induced voltage in a given machine, मशीनचं जे काही इंड्यूस होणारा ईएमएफ आहे किंवा इंड्यूस होणारा व्होल्टेज आहे, किती व्होल्टेज इंड्यूस होतं, इट विल बी डिपेंड्स अपॉन फर्स्ट वन इज फ्लक्स. आपण आता कन्स्ट्रक्शन वरून बघितलं ते फ्लक्स वरती डिपेंड आहे, दॅट इज फाय. देन द स्पीड ऑफ मशीन, मशीनच्या स्पीड वरती डिपेंड आहे. आपण सिंगल टर्न घेतली, कॉन्स्टंट टर्न कन्सिडर केलं, इफ द स्पीड ऑफ द मशीन इज इन्क्रीजेस देन ईएमएफ इंडक्शन इज ऑल्सो इन्क्रीजेस. तुम्हाला माहित असेल, आय थिंक यू पीपल नो पॉवर प्लांट. पॉवर प्लांट माहिती आहे तुम्हाला. सपोज यू कन्सिडर दॅट मीन्स अ हायड्रो पॉवर प्लांट. बघितलंय का कोणी? एनीवन? डू यू नो अवर उजनी डॅम? उजनी डॅम माहिती आहे ना?
Yes, sir.
In
Yes.
Ujni Dam, there is a one power plant to generate an electrical energy. So there are 13 megawatt electrical energy it can be generated. So energy conversion, I think you people know in energy conversion, that means that is static energy of the water, it can be converted into a kinetic energy. Then this kinetic energy, it can be falls on the blades of the turbine. This turbine, it will be start rotating, and this turbine shaft, it is directly attached to that of generator. When the turbine it is start rotating, then the generator is start rotating, and our principle, that means our this electromagnetic induction principle, this due to the generation rotation, the electricity it can be generated. Okay, that means पहिल्यांदा prime mover पाहिजे किंवा mechanical energy पाहिजे आपल्याला. So after this mechanical energy we can generate the electrical energy. मग mechanical energy आपण hydro power plant ने provide करतो, or it may be sometime thermal power plant by passing steam, or it may be pressure. Okay, so turbine rotate करणार, turbine directly generator ला connected असणार, generator काय करेल मग electricity generate करेल. See, so that the induced voltage, it should be depends upon 3 factor, that is flux, that is phi, speed of that machine, machine's speed, that is angular speed omega, and the sum of the constant depending on the construction of the machine. म्हणजे मशीन कन्स्ट्रक्ट करताना जे काही कॉन्स्टंट कन्सिडर केले आहेत, सपोज पोल ऑफ द मशीन, मशीनचे पोल किती आहेत, आयदर इट मे बी 4 पोल आहे का 8 पोल आहे का 16 पोल आहे. सो दॅट मीन्स 4 पोल ऑफ द मशीन. ऑल्सो नंबर ऑफ कंडक्टर, दॅट इज झेड. झेड इज नथिंग बट नंबर ऑफ कंडक्टर ऑफ द मशीन. ओके, मशीन मध्ये कंडक्टर किती यूज केले आहेत कन्स्ट्रक्शन करताना, as well as how many number of parallel path, it is represented as a न रिप्रेझेंट करतो आपण, नंबर ऑफ पॅरल पाथ किती आहेत. सो इट शुड बी डिपेंड्स अपॉन सम ऑफ द कॉन्स्टंट while constructing. कन्स्ट्रक्ट करताना जे काही कॉन्स्टंट यूज केले त्याच्यावरती डिपेंड राहील. नाउ सी, द व्होल्टेज आउट ऑफ द आर्मेचर ऑफ अ रियल मशीन is equal to the number of conductor per current path time the voltage on each conductor. Okay, so see, the voltage out of the armature is nothing but we collect by using a brush in a real machine is equal to the number of conductor per current path. Each and every current path la how many number of conductor it can be connected, it should be depends upon parallel path, and the voltage on each conductor, प्रत्येक कंडक्टर चे व्होल्टेज किती याच्यावरती डिपेंड आहे. सो दॅट मीन्स just we have represented here E, that is E in is equals to BLV. En is equals to BLV, where B is nothing but flux density, it is in the Tesla. L is nothing but length of that conductor, it is in meter. So it should be depends upon conductor length, and the V is nothing but velocity of the conductor in meter per second. Velocity. So that is equation E input, it is equals to BLV flux density in Tesla, length of conductor in meter, velocity of the conductor in meter per second. Now the voltage out of the armature of a real machine, it is equals to, it can be represented by EA or EG. EA न पण रिप्रेझेंट करू शकता तुम्ही किंवा EG नाही करू शकाल. ओके, so EA is equals to number of conductor of the machine, it is equals to Z, then BLV, that is maximum flux density, and L is nothing but length of conductor, and V is nothing but velocity of that conductor divided by A. A is nothing but how many number of path, okay, per current path. Sentence baga here it is per current path is nothing but, suppose A is number of current path, A is nothing but a number of parallel path, or it may be current path. Now we know that this is the cylindrical, or it may be drum, so that EG or it may be EA is equals to ZBL. So having an cylindrical, it is having an radius R radius आहे याची, so that velocity of that conductor, या conductor ची velocity is nothing but omega R. Okay, angular velocity and the radius of conductor, that is Z is equals to BLRW divided by A. So we put V is equals to, because it is an angular velocity, so we can put it is as a W into R. Now see, but we know that the flux phi is nothing but, flux phi, it is nothing but B into A. Okay, so flux phi, it is nothing but B into A. B is nothing but, flux phi is nothing but B into A. So B is nothing but flux density, and A is nothing but cross sectional area. Okay, त्याचा क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया किती आहे त्याच्यावरती डिपेंड राहील, that is phi is equals to B into E. Okay, now we will put that value in the above equation. So equation becomes, the rotor of the machine, it is shaped like a cylindrical shapes are rotor hai. So rotor, it is having an cylindrical shape, so the cross sectional area of that rotor, or A of that rotor, it is equals to 2 pi into R into L, that is A is equals to 2 pi RL. Now if there are P number of pole, that is P poles of the machine, then the position of the area associated with each pole is the total area A divided by the number of pole. Okay, so आपण total area किती आहे याचा 2 pi RL. Okay, now if we want to find out the area of the pole, suppose there are P number of pole of the machine, machine चे P number of pole आहेत, suppose we want to find out the area of that pole, so area of that pole is nothing but total area divided by number of pole. Okay, so now that means AP, area of pole, it is equals to A divided by P, it is equals to 2 pi RL divided by P. Now put the value of AP in the equation of phi. Phi ची equation मध्ये AP ची value put केली, that is phi is equals to B into AP. B into AP ची value 2 pi RL divided by P. Therefore the internal generated voltage in the machine, it can be expressed as. So आता जे काय आपण value बघितलेले आहेत, this value it can be putted in the equation of EG or EA. Here we can represent it EA. EA is equals to काय होतं, ZBL RW divided by A. So put the value of this, याची value put केली, B ची value is nothing but phi divided by ZP divided by 2 pi into A, 2 pi RL B divided by P into omega. So hence EA is equals to काय काय cancel होते बघा, 2 pi get cancel, then 2 pi get cancel again, hence EA is equals to Z phi W P divided by 2 pi A. Okay, Z phi W into P divided by A divided by 2 pi. Now see, In the modern industrial practice, it is common to express the speed of the machine. Okay, आपल्याला याच्यामध्ये स्पीड पण एक्सप्रेस करायचंय, so that we want to express the speed of the machine. Do you know that omega is equals to 2 pi n divided by 60? Omega, it is equals to 2 pi n divided by 60. So if we put the value of omega in the above equation, so the voltage equation it will be becomes, आपण omega ची value put केली, so this omega, it is nothing but 2 pi n divided by 60. Again here 2 pi get cancel, and equation becomes, इथं omega ची value put केली मी, so our final equation becomes EA is equals to Z phi NP divided by 60 into A. Okay, so we can represent EA, it is equals to just phi P N Z divided by 60A. Okay, so 60A, 60 it becomes, we can re-express the speed, it is in revolution per minute. RPM मध्ये एक्सप्रेस केलेलं आहे. So here sentence is given also. That means इथं सेंटेन्स दिलेलं आहे बघा, स्पीड एक्सप्रेस in terms of revolution per minute. RPM मध्ये एक्सप्रेस केलेलं आहे, so that here 60. If the speed it can be expressed in terms of revolution per second, then here 60 will not come. That is EA is equals to 5PNZ divided by 60A. Now here phi is nothing but flux per pole, P is nothing but number of poles of the machine, N is nothing but speed of the machine in revolution per minute, Z is nothing but total number of conductor used in that machine, and the A is nothing but number of parallel path. Okay, number of parallel path. Now see, number of parallel path, it should be depends upon types of winding used. Number of parallel path, that is A, it is depends upon number of winding used, that is types of winding used. There are two types of winding, that is one is nothing but wave winding, and second one is nothing but lap winding. For wave winding or wave wound generator, A is equals to 2, wave wound generator असेल तर A is equals to 2 असेल, and for lap wound generator, A is equals to P. That is number of parallel path A, it is equals to number of poles of the machine. For lap wound generator and for wave wound generator, number of parallel path of the machine, it is equals to 2 for wave wound generator. So types of winding we will see in the next lecture. So before that, I will just telling you that A is equals to 2 for wave winding, A is equals to P for lap winding. Okay, so this is the EMF equation, we can call it as the EMF equation of a DC generator, or generated voltage EG in case of DC generator. So equation it becomes 5PNZ divided by 60A. So it should be depends upon phi, as I have tell at the first, it will be depends upon three term, that is flux phi, then speed of that machine, and the sum of the constants which are used in the construction, like pole of the machine, total number of conductor of the machine, and armature parallel path or parallel path of that machine. Okay, getting? So this is nothing but an EMF equation of the DC generator. EG or EA is equals to 5PNZ divided by 60A. Getting? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Thank you. So in this way, we will conclude this today's lecture, and we will stop here. So just for taking an attendance, stay joined. I will take attendance.